All right, y'all, so I'm 3 days in of changing my diet, eating healthier. I just want to share how I'm starting this weight loss journey all over again. The first thing that has to happen, the stressors in life have to be fixed. If your life is stressful and there's so many things going on, health and fitness is always going to fall to the bottom of the list. It's always going to be okay Monday. Whether that means stepping away from something or looking at something differently, changing something inside. Everybody's different. Everyone has different things going on, but that stress and all of that stuff that's taking up that mental space has to be changed in order to make room for fitness. We only get so much energy in a day, and we've got to eat, we've got to go to work, we've got to make money. So being able to get that in a space where you have some energy for yourself, for your health, for fitness is absolutely vital, or at least I know it was for me. The second one, you guys, this is almost kind of laughable to say out loud, but you just have to do it. For so long, you can see it in all of my videos, I've been waiting for something to click, to just get it. Okay, this feels different. Like I just want to eat the right foods now. I was just waiting for that switch to flip and thinking I could create the best conditions for that to happen, looking up reels, researching all of that stuff, but really, you just have to do it. You just have to get over it. You just have to get over that you can't enjoy the pizza, you can't enjoy the fries. I keep reminding myself, it's like going in for surgery. If you've ever been in surgery, the day before you can't eat anything. So many times throughout the day, you're like, oh, I want this, I want that. And you're just like, I just can't have it. It's just that discipline. You just have to be like, I can't have it. There's so many things in life we don't want to do. Sometimes we don't want to get up. Sometimes we don't want to go to work. We don't want to run this errand, but we just have to do it anyway. I had to get over it and just be like, oh, well, that would be nice, but I can't have it. If I want this body, I just can't eat that way anymore. It's a choice now. I choose my diet. I decide what I eat. If I want that body, I can't eat that way anymore. Yeah, there's definitely still, French fries and pizza in my mind, but as more and more time goes on, it'll get better and it'll get easier. It's just the initial hump that's the hardest part. There's a habit of eating junk food, of eating good, delicious foods. And so breaking that habit is hard, and it's just like, you just have to be like, oh, well, that would be nice, but I can't have it. Number 3, this one is in play for me a lot right now because I'm on day 4. The waiting time, it's going to take 3 months before I see some real results. I keep looking at the calendar. I have to just get over it, accept that it's going to take time. And the trick for me is to have fun now, because if this is dragging out and I'm counting down the days every single day and waiting for the results, it's not going to be fun. So it's about having fun now and enjoying now, knowing that I've done all this inner work in the past year to create this space and create energy for myself so I can focus on myself, focus on getting healthy. Sorry, there was somebody pulling up. Focus on myself, focus on getting healthy. And now all of that stuff, even though I can't see the results, it's swirling around. It's like the Amazon package on its way. And just knowing that all of these changes are happening, all of the work is happening behind the scenes. Granted, I have to keep it up and continue doing it, but knowing that all of those changes are happening does feel good. That's what allows me to feel good and have fun in the moment, to have fun in the adventure. What helps me with my diet as well is knowing that the better my diet is, the faster the results are going to come. If I'm constantly waiting for the result to come, it's more likely that I won't follow through with it because I won't be enjoying myself. It'll be dragging out. It'll be like, okay, I got day 1 in. My dream body is probably going to take a year, so I can't sit there and count every day. I've got to just enjoy what I'm doing while I'm doing it. It means acknowledging everything that I am doing. I'm changing my diet. Even throughout the year, I dropped down my volume. I started fasting again, becoming stronger mentally, improving my energy, just acknowledging all of these non-scale victories. I love that word. All the non-scale victories. And that is what keeps us going, because that's what makes us feel like, okay, it's working, it's doing something. That's where the fun part is. All right, number 4 and the last one. Focusing on yourself, it's obvious when someone pours into themselves. They're fit, they're in shape. When we're not pouring into ourselves, it shows. It shows what we put into our bodies. It shows if we're overeating. And if we want to get in shape, if we want that body, we have to pour into ourselves. Again, that goes back into creating that energy and creating that space for yourself to have to pour into it. Pouring into ourselves, this is all stuff that I've just kind of been really absorbing lately. This is the one thing that literally has zero risk. There's no downside to pouring into yourself. It's like the one guarantee. It's the one solid win. If you pour into yourself, you will get a reward. How can we not pour into ourselves? Pouring into ourselves guarantees that our life is going to get better. And the choices we make affect those around us. So when we pour into ourselves, it affects those around us in a good way. And again, I'm kind of like speaking to myself here. When we are focused on those outward things, that blocks us from the things that we actually want. Like when you're trying to find the remote, the minute you just like kind of give up, let it go, like, all right, it'll pop up, it pops up. So it's letting go of that external need for things to be a certain way, for anything to be a certain way, and only focus on yourself. Let things be. It's kind of like the resistance. Once you let that go, all the things you want just come to you. This is like the law of attraction stuff that I'm really into, kind of coming out here. But once you let that stuff go, everything that you want just flows to you. Needing things to be a certain way is the barrier that's keeping those things that you want from coming to you. So it's really about creating the person you want to be, focusing on yourself. Who do you want to be? What kind of person do you want to be? And the more your focus goes into yourself, goes inward, you're taking down those walls, you're releasing the resistance of needing things to be a certain way, and then they just kind of come as a side effect. They naturally just flow to you. They are attracted to you. I just have to add in here that watching motivational videos are really good at giving that little nudge to help you focus on yourself, or any self-development podcasts, videos, books, audiobooks, anything like that is really good at kind of like switching that attention over to yourself. So what do I mean by pouring into yourself? What is that exactly? That is controlling your mind. It's controlling your attention and being able to focus on the things you want. If you focus on the things you want, you'll get more of it. If you focus on the things you don't want, you'll get more of that. We have to build that muscle of being able to control our thoughts. Where our thoughts go, our energy flows. So we have to control our thoughts and allocate it and monitor it and make sure that we're pouring a certain amount into ourselves. And y'all, I've spent so much time letting my attention, my mental energy, my thoughts be distracted by looking at Facebook Reels, which, you know, I still do. I'm not going to completely cut it off, but I spent so much time looking at Reels or worrying about things, and where we focus our attention builds momentum. The longer we hold our attention on something, it's going to build more and more momentum, and you're going to get more and more of it. So you have to start building momentum towards the things that you want. Think about it in detail. Think about your 5 senses: smell, taste, touch. How does it feel? What does it look like? Everything in as much detail as you can. And when you first start off, it's very hard if you're not used to focusing on the things you want. A lot of us are used to focusing on the things we don't want, what's going wrong, what needs to be fixed. It's gonna take a little bit of work to switch those gears. Something you can try tonight, which I absolutely love, it really kind of helped me learn how to switch gears, is when you go to bed at night, close your eyes and you start to recall your day in reverse, from the time you went to bed to the time you woke up in the morning. And that's how you train yourself to control your thoughts, because our thoughts wander into a million different directions just on autopilot, just naturally. But the skill of being able to control your thoughts and direct it where you want it to go, I think is one of the most powerful skills that we can learn. I'm still working on mine, but being able to control your thoughts and where they go, because once you can do that, then you can focus on the things you want, and then you get more of the things you want and more of the things you want. And then another thing I'm doing is every morning when I wake up and every night before I go to bed, focusing on the things I want in as much detail as possible, just trying to make that a habit. And when we first wake up in the morning, we have like the best mental energy. So you're putting a lot of energy towards the things that you want. And then when we go to bed, it'll sink into your subconscious better when you're thinking about the things you want going into falling asleep. So that's it, you guys. You've got to remove the stressors from your life so you have the energy to pour into health and fitness. You have to get over it. If you want the body, you just have to eat a certain way. Just like the day before you go into surgery, you can't eat, same thing. It would be nice, but I just can't have it. Number 3, just get over the time it's going to take to get there. It will take a while. Have fun now, knowing that the package is coming with all of the internal changes and all of the shifts you're making little by little, day by day. Number 4, self-control over your mind and focusing it on pouring into yourself. So that is how I started this journey. Thanks you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.